2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. For the Celtics, they won their last contest, that game against the Raptors, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. Guys, it might have taken some time for him to adjust to the NBA, but D'Angelo Russell becoming a force in the league. What do you think finally clicked for him, Shaq?
Well, one, he's getting the ball, and two, he was given more freedom and control on offense. And he's making more measured decisions on offense. He's not as sporadic as he used to be.
Learning how to say no. You know, being a point guard, you got to say no to some of the best players in the world. I can't get you the ball right now. And he's getting comfortable creating for others.
Thank you for joining us. We go courtside now. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. So glad you could join us here in Brooklyn, the home of the Nets. And, of course, Trevor Booker. He won't be an option for them.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Celtics, Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Hayward. Then there's Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lynn. Rebound Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
One shot.
And that one falls for Lynn. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of the season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best in my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best in my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you could just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. To the middle, here's Crabbe. No good, shot missing. Hayward with some nice D. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Celtics now. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Irving can't get it to go.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Russell dishes to Okafor. Pass to Crabbe. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside, Lynn. Lays it up and banks it in. Lynn's got 5.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Brown the pass to Irving. Brown outside. Over Russell. Brown, good.
And Brown is a reliable threat from mid-range. I mean, effortlessly rising up for the nice-looking gem.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Russell with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Irving with the ball. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Toronto. Horford high post. Free throw line jump shot. Crabbe pulls it in. Nets leading by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Brad Stevens. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys they need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So the goal is to come out early and get their shooters into a good rhythm right away.
And of course, that's always a goal. But the meaning behind it is that he wants them to play good, smart basketball, not taking too many chances.
Oh, yeah, Greg, you're exactly right. High percentage shots. That's the important thing. No hero basketball. Nobody playing out of control.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And that one's good, Irving.
And what I like is that Irving is a confident scorer. Even amongst the trees, he finds a way to score the ball.
Outside, Lynn. To the left wing. Okafor kicks to Crabbe. Great D that time from Irving.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Hayward kicks to Horford. Tries again. Hayward can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Crabbe, no good.
Maybe he should look to pass the ball right now and get his teammates involved because right now, his shot's not falling. He's ice cold.
Irving. Horford dishes to Irving. Back to Horford. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Boston.
And you can see how big a role the 3-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Brooklyn leading by 3. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Shot off the pick. Passes it to Brown. Pick by Horford. Brown the pass to Hayward. There's the pick. With the teardrop, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Mozgov.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league, and couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
First one falls for him. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Hayward hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And here is Lynn, 5 points in the game to the left side wing. Now here's Cram, defended by Hayward. Lynn dishes to Cram. From outside, off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammates.
Irving against Lynn. And Okafor has it in the corner. Shot to end this cold run, and the layup is good. Okafor's got his first points in this one.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
In the corner, Irving with it. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Okafor with the screen on Irving. Picked by Okafor. Here's Crabb. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Crabb is a polished scorer. He's skilled at converting close to the basket. You can't give him this kind of position.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And going into last season, Jeremy Lin signed with the Nets for that 3-year deal and close to $36 million, and excited to make his return to really the birthplace of Linsanity. Unfortunately, the hamstring injuries cost him a huge chunk of that season.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And some changes here for the Celtics. Rozier the pass to Yabusele. Now here's Tatum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Baines kicks to Tatum. They get it back. And Allen with the block. They get it back.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. The pass to Dinwiddie. 3-pointer. That shot no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
And Greg, Jeremy Lin described last season as a year of my prime down the drain. I mean, it had to be demoralizing.
Yeah, especially after bouncing around for a few years. He thought he'd found a chance to start and a chance to lead, and instead he found himself in dress casual on the bench.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, you know, I love kids and hanging around kids. So it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But definitely want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the
you know,
Flash?
yeah. Oh man,
like, what name
it
would
was
you
some terrible names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Snooker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I really got broken up in that ring, though. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
Now here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Oh, nice look there from Smart. Finding the open man.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Pass to LeVert. They set the pick. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Good on the shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Smart. Clock at 6. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Smart's got his first points of the night.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Here's Dinwiddie. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nets lead by 5.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Rozier. Over Allen. And that one goes long.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Greg, what separates Hollis-Jefferson, do you think, as an NBA defender?
You know, physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team.
That one misses.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish assembling the big three for a championship, then dismantling that big three for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles.
A huge fan of how Tatum runs the floor. It's almost a lost art. Terrific when he's in attack mode, in transition, putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
Passes it to LeVert. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
And Brooklyn has possession following the three-pointer by Boston. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. The pass to LeVert. To the wing on the left. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Celtics trail by 3. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's a screen. Smart with the ball. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. From deep three-point range, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Oh, good defense there, but smart. Locked on target.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, you know, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Allen, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the Nets' 5. Rozier kicks to Tatum. And it's Baines in the corner. Pass to Yabusele. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Baseline try. Allen with the rebound. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Utah Jazz.
Away from home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
2.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
And he makes both free throws. So often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in, my 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over 2 people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move? It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was. It was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
And that one falls for Carroll.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Okafor's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Yabusele. 6 points for him. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
One shot.
It's on Jahlil Okafor. For Boston, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Gordon Hayward comes in for Tatum. Brown is checked in for Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. That's good from Yabusele. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for manor number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question. A man with height and reach. Mozgov screaming extra chance point.
And here's Irving. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Hayward passes to Yabusele. Horford with the screen on Russell. Here's Brown. Mozgov with the block.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there.
Crab, no good. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Hayward outside. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation, the coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
The Celtics shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And it's rare for rookies to come into the NBA ready at the defensive end. But you know what, C-Web? Jaylen Brown already more than solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a great frame. He plays physical. He's in a great system, and he wants it. He'll only get better with time.
Free throw good from Brown.
Swingman Jaylen Brown trying to find his way in the league. He had a really good playoff last year, and he's kind of a renaissance man. Plays the guitar, studies foreign languages, is captain of his high school chess team, but he doesn't want none of me, though. You know, I'll give him a chess.
And he can't hit the second.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Pick by Okafor. Grab, dishes to Okafor. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Hayward. And he lays it straight in. Hayward's got 8 points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Out left to the wing. Lynn kicks to Mozgov. The dish to Crab. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a key part of Allen Crabbe's development is growth as a defender.
Well, and a 6'11" wingspan. I mean, he's had to work to get stronger. Now with his shooting, he's a player who can contribute offensively and defensively.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Crabbe. Well, we always talk about how different eras of the NBA had different feels and how the game was called and how the game was played. Chris, what is the biggest change you have seen to the game since your era?
2 changes. One, you can't hand check, and that's really physical. That used to wear you down, take you out the game, and that stopped the freedom of movement. And that, along with playing the zone, where you can't just guard a guy and have to stay in your area. Those are 2 big changes because it really helped the offense. And so we want to see a lot of scoring, but today it's not easier to score because these guys have wonderful skill sets, but the game makes it easier to score because of the rules, because you can get to the line so many times. Because before a hand check, you couldn't get to the free throw line if a guy pushed you out of bounds almost, because the game was expected to be physical.
Right. And stolen by Hayward. And Brown now atop the key. Shoots over Mozgov. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Lynn. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Lynn's got 7.
Just absolute tenacity by Lynn, just bouncing off defenders on his way to the rim.
Nets trail by 3. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for D'Angelo Russell. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there just tore the D to shreds.
He feeds it to Okafor to the left side wing. In the pass to Mozgov. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Brown kicks to Hayward. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front. It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Brown dishes to Irving. Hayward outside. 6 to shoot. Tice. A rebound by the Nets. Okafor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Russell. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
Irving kicks to Horford. There's the pick. To the middle. The kick out to Irving. Nice ball movement by Boston. On its way from Hayward for 2. Again, the miss by Hayward.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Here's Lynn. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
And just showing great vision there. Russell surveys the floor and whips it to the open man.
The Celtics shooting for the game at 42%. Irving against Lynn. Horford the pass to Irving. Shoots inside. Another shot. Mozgov with the block. Irving against Lynn. Okafor dishes to Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
And how about the aggressive side of Mozgov? Benefits the team when he's that energized.
To the inside. Tice.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
The Celtics have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
From deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. Feeds to Crab. Picked by Mozgov. Crab kicks to Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
Tell you what, Mozgov is a load rolling out of that screen. Great hands there as well.
Hayward outside. Down low. This is to Horford. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And when he gets it in close, Al Horford is one of the best, one of the premier finishers in this league.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Mozgov. Outside, Russell. And that one, good. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Irving. He's got 8. They set the screen. It's Brown on the wing. Rebound, Brooklyn. Mozgov's got 8 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 11 points for Gordon Hayward. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 9. Grab the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Rebound, Boston.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
And that one falls for Irving.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Well, I know his father was a hooper, and I think that's why, we all love the skill set that Irving has. He's just a dynamic scorer. He's an impressive ball handler. Don't forget a clutch performer.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Here's the screen. Pass to Yabusele. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Here's Dinwiddie. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to LeVert over Smart. Second shot opportunity. Allen's shot is off.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now here is Irving. He's got 10. And Allen with the block. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Hollis Jefferson.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Celtics shooting in the second quarter 46%. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Now here is Irving. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Clock at 2. The shot from the low post is good. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Okay, I'm telling you, when Irving is feeling it, you've got to keep feeding him the ball. He's an incredible, versatile scorer.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more in transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Boston leading by 3. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Then there's Irving. Then there's Horford. Now here is Horford. Outside Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 15 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, Irving is a knockdown three-point artist. Sensational at measuring these three-point perimeter shots.
The feed now to Mozgov. In the corner, it's Lynn. And it's sent back by Horford. Now Irving takes a 3. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now here's Hayward. He's guarded by Cram. Hayward with the ball. Shot on the wing. Horford no luck.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot.
Russell against Brown. Shoots from 14. That one no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained. And of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Lynn. 9 points in the game so far. Off target at the rim.
0 for 3 now since halftime. Taking them a little while to find their rhythm.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Kicks it to Brown. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And Brown is just utilizing his athleticism yet again. I mean, this time from the interior, though, but just sinking these close-range shots.
Grab, dishes to Lynn. With a floater. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, the one thing you notice about the Celtics, they look for players with a chip on their shoulder. They want players with that inner fire, that love competition.
And you look up and down the Celtics roster, Chris, a lot of guys who play with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, that's how you build a culture. It rubs off on the other players. I mean, you have to find those guys, though. It's not something you can teach.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Both free throws good from Lynn. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Irving. 15 points in the game. Hayward from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lynn kicks to Crabbe. Looking to get back on track here. Okafor, the pass to Russell. Up off the screen. Misses the layup.
They haven't been able to get their legs under them since coming out of the locker room. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Nets trail by 9. He dishes it to Mozgov. Irving against Land. Here's Russell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, Russell's still developing as a scoring threat. Room to improve in the pick and roll. He's got to cut down turnovers and improve his accuracy from the pull-up triple.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he knocks down the first one. And Russell has shot well on catch-and-shoot triples, but his threes off the dribble have been streakier.
Yeah, and you need your primary ball handler to hit those off the bounce. He'll figure it out, though. He's too skilled not to get it right.
And the Celtics making a change here. Rozier's checked in. And so Russell hits them both.
Yeah, not many guys entering the league impact their teams this fast. Russell is an exception.
Here's Rozier. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Nets trail by 7. The drive by Russell. The baseline J off the mark.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
The pass to Rozier. Picked by Horford. Rozier kicks to Horford. Puts up a 3. Boston. No good that time either.
This has just been a bad shooting game, a horrible shooting game for him.
Russell against Brown. Mozgov dishes to Lynn. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
And the way Lynn picks his spots, just knowing his place in the offensive schemes and scoring well as a result.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 14. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Hayward's got 16 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Count that one. And that's now 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
You see where the size of Russell is such an advantage, especially in that painted area.
Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hayward can hit. Brown against Russell. He kicks it to Okafor. And it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always played bigger.
Nets trail by 5. Outside, Lynn. Okafor sets the pick for Lynn. Pass to Okafor. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 5 assists tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Rozier. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Boston again missing. The Nets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Russell passes to Okafor. Right wing. Russell against Brown. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, growing up, D'Angelo Russell had his favorite players, but he said the player he patterned his game after was the great Manu Ginobili. Russell knew he wasn't the most athletic, but Manu was a player who's made the most of his physical abilities.
No good on the free throw. And Russell and Ginobili with similar body types, both lefties with a high skill level.
Oh, yeah, you see the similarities. It's no accident. Russell watched a ton of Ginobili highlights. Credit him for selecting such a great role model.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Okafor. LeVert's checked in for Allen Crabbe. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Baines kicks to Rozier. They swipe it. Here's Russell, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, foul on Boston.
And that's pro. Russell gets his man a little out of position and draws the foul.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Free throw good, Russell. That one drops. He ties it up. Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Yabusele. And that time, also a missed shot. Nets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. For the lead, off the left rim and out. The Celtics shooting 40% from the field. Out to the wing. And the jam by Smart.
Well, he is hyped after that slam. Smart, giving us some entertainment.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Here's Dinwiddie. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside, Russell makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
Smart kicks to Tatum. Yabusele passes to Rozier. The dish now to Tatum. He feeds it to Baines. Up and in on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Now, here is Russell. 15 points in the game. Carroll passes to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. Dinwiddie. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Here's Smart. He's got 9. Feeds to Tatum. The 17-footer. And the shot is long.
He gets the shot he was looking for and he just can't bury it.
A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
No, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Here's Rozier. Looking for his first basket still on this one. Dishes to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. It's a very good look and converts.
Oh, the mid-range game, a lost art. Nice bucket by Smart.
For Brooklyn, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Russell kicks to Carroll. Back to Russell. To the left wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 3. Excellent D there from Allen.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And here's Smart. He's got 11. Left side Irving. He had a nice open look right there. Irving's got 17.
Irving, just an exceptional scorer. So effortless. You got to appreciate his shooting form.
Dinwiddie dishes to Carroll. From outside, off the mark. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Irving. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Smart. There's the pick. That one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
Here's LeVert, 12 points for him. Passes it to Dinwiddie. And Tatum pulls it down.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the feed to Smart. Kicks it to Baines. The layup missed. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Now here's Carroll. He's tightly guarded. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Smart wide open. He fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Nets with the lead. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And Allen with the block. Here's LeVert. Trying to get back on track. Drills the three-pointer. LeVert's got 15 points. 5 seconds left in the third. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Dinwiddie. Up in time. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on the bench when we come back, we lift it. We lift it.
One of the team's great young teachers, Brad Stevens, wanting his guys to control the tempo.
Yeah, and he feels if they push it, if they attack intelligently, it's going to be to their advantage.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Dinwiddie in at point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Irving. Foul on the play, basket count, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
You see the cleverness of Irving on that play, able to get his shot off despite getting whacked.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
Free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Tatum passes to Smart. He dishes it to Irving. Five to shoot. From deep. Boston with a new 24. There's the pick. Irving double team. Tatum kicks to Irving. It's stolen by Carroll. Fast break, here we go. Here's LeVert, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. The pass to Smart. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times. Timeout called, the Nets. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mozgov, he's checked in for Allen. Okafor comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Thank you, David. That one goes in.
And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Horford with the screen on Lin. Irving kicks to Hayward. No good. That would have tied it. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Crabb, and there's a foul called on Alan Crabb. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
It had been a while since his last turnover. He has played very solid ball up until that point.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Irving dishes to Hayward. Shot off the screen, and that one is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Pass to Okafor. Here's LeVert. A second chance effort. There's the dish to Crabb. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Hayward with some nice D. Celtics trail by 3. Irving with a clean look. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 24 points for Kyrie Irving.
I like how Irving feels the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
Picked by Okafor. Here's LeVert, and it's sent back by Horford. Brown wide open, he fires. Kept alive, Tice. And that misses. That would have put them up. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Offensive rebound, Mozgov, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the towering presence of Mozgov, most effective doing damage inside.
Irving kicks to Horford. The shot from the low post is good. Here's Lynn. To the left side wing. Now here's Crabb. Ended by Hayward. And there's a foul called on Alan Crabb. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for LeVert. And Brown throws it down hard.
What an athletic play from Brown, showing off his mad hops on this jam.
Now, here is Russell. And it's Mozgov in the corner. Russell kicks to Lynn. Picked by Okafor. Lynn's shot is off.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
And that one drops. 26 points for Kyrie Irving.
Look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
Now here's Lynn. Picked by Mozgov. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Horford.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
That's good from Mozgov.
He's just so athletic for his size. When he first entered the league, Mozgov had knee issues, but still able to play a valuable role on this team.
And he gets it to go. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mozgov a screen on Irving. Then the pass to Russell. Shoots over Brown. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Lynn. And that's now 17 points for D'Angelo Russell. And the Celtics with possession here. Brown dishes to Horford. On the wing, Irving. Shoots over Lynn. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Goes up off the inbound. Kept alive by Boston.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Now here's Lynn. He kicks it to Okafor. He feeds it to Russell. Here's Brown. Plenty of space. Crabb pulls it in. Crabb's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And the layup is good.
Crabb is very fast. He excels at bursting into the lane and scoring at the rim.
Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Irving. Brown outside. From 13, Irving can't hit.
Hey, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
And he comes up with the deuce.
A scoring machine right now. Russell with the shoot-first mindset tonight and making it look easy.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Timothy Mozgov.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Lynn against Irving. There's the pick. Horford kicks to Hayward. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Off the screen, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that one falls for Okafor. Celtics trail by 5. Now Irving. Foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the 4th quarter.
One shot.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Lynn kicks to Mozgov. Back to Lynn. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving against Lynn. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. Latre. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in. The Nets with the lead. Crab with the ball. Mozgov a screen on Hayward. Here's Crab. Misses from short range.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Now here's Lynn. After Gordon Hayward's miss, Lynn kicks to Russell. And no good. Good work defensively by Horford. The Celtics shooting about 40% here in the 4th quarter. Feeds it to Smart. Picked by Horford. Smart kicks to Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 32 points for Kyrie Irving.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside, Lynn. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And the Nets lead by 1.
And Lynn is no stranger to the big moment. He shines brightest when he needs to with these kinds of baskets.
Now here's Hayward. And here's Irving. Mozgov with the block. And the whistle blows, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the block shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now.
shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Irving nails both of them.
Great players understand the situation. Close game, he rises to the challenge.
Outside, Russell. Dishes to Lynn. Mozgov up top. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Horford with the screen on Lynn. Irving passes to Horford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game.
Everybody knew the ball was going to Horford in that situation because he routinely makes big shots. He has no fear.
Now here's Lynn. Feeds it to Okafor. Russell from long range. That one, no good.
Well, it's clear they want to try to come back and win this game, but that's not going to happen if he's taking shots like that.
Irving dishes to Hayward. Over Crabbe. Hayward can't hit.
He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
Here's Lynn. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you have to admire the aggressiveness of Lynn, constantly looking to draw the foul on his shot.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game.
Here's Irving. With the second effort, it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Mozgov.
Given his massive size, it's easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of shooting fouls.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I'll tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lynn kicks to Crabbe. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Crabbe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the poise of Crabbe is remarkable, even in huge points of the game. I mean, he looked comfortable taking these shots.
Here's the screen. Hard kicks to Irving. Picked by Horford. Irving double team. Expanding his range. Horford no luck. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Picked by Mozgov. And the pass to Okafor. That shot is off. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're down by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
Brown is checked in for Boston. Lynn dishes to Okafor. Shoots the 3. Lynn's shot is off. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. Russell with a wide open look. And the Nets miss again.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
And sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Take a break. Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 7. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, they can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.